Hey FitLovers.
Hey FitLovers.
Welcome back. I'm Ramsey.
And I'm Nina.
And today will be our first episode of Q&A for 2024, where you, our audience, gets to decide the direction of the conversation by asking us anything you'd like to. Within reason, of course. So get ready. This is the FitLove Show. So today is the official opening of the 7-day Las Vegas giveaway. The link to enter can be found in the description box below this video. And we will include a link in the description box of every show until March 23rd, 2024, when the entry period ends.
Remember, you'll have to fill out the entry form and subscribe to our YouTube channel, FitLove 101, to be eligible to win.
Yep.
For detailed instructions of how to enter, watch episode 55, 2024 big announcement.
Yeah, that episode. That's episode 55. 2024, huge announcement.
Huge announcement.
I probably could have picked a better title for that, but what are you going to do? It was a huge announcement.
I think you did great.
Yeah,
it is a huge announcement.
Yeah. But really, all you need to do is click the link. You'll be directed from there. Okay, Fit Lovers, so like we said today, we'll be doing another round of Q&A. If you are unfamiliar with Q&A or this is your first time joining us, Mina and I select a few questions from our DMs. We make a show out of them.
We've got some pretty interesting questions from Jacob, Bethany, and Alex that we'll be answering today.
Before we begin, we'd like to ask you to please click that subscribe button and don't forget to turn your notifications on so you'll be notified first when new episodes are released.
Okay, babe, let's get it cracking.
Okay, first question, Fit Lovers. Jacob asks, my wife and I are sometimes at odds with how we raise our kids. I tend to be more strict on my kids than my wife is on hers, and sometimes it causes disagreements between us. How do you manage a blended family with kids from previous marriages while keeping your relationship with your spouse strong and harmonious? You want to weigh in on that one first, or?
I can. Well, for us, we respect each other's opinions on parenting, but we still have our own values and we respect that as well, right? So we kind of, we compromise a lot because he's more of the strict parent. Well, I'm more strict when it comes to like grades. I'm hella strict when it comes to grades.
I'm strict when it comes to grades.
But he's strict with he's daddy.
I'm just strict with everything.
Yeah. So we just kind of try to compromise sometimes, and we try to talk it out and listen to each other and see how we feel about it and not step on each other's toes. You know?
Yeah.
I think that's what we try to do. And we just respect each other and our parenting skills.
Yeah. But Jacob, I feel you though, because I tend to be more strict than Mina is with certain things. And from a blended family perspective, it can be challenging, but she hit me to some things also because, our youngest, in my opinion, can sometimes wear too much makeup. But, I was explaining, I've given a different perspective by her and maybe how it makes her feel and this, that, and the other. And so I guess I was kind of willing to accept that and, how can I say, pick my battles, if you will. Mm-hmm. She said, pick your battles. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I just came to a point where you're only going to have so much control over certain things, especially within a blended family. And if you allow yourself to get bent out of shape over, I can understand if it's something big, you know what I'm saying? But, if somebody doesn't wear a jacket or somebody's got too much makeup on or something like that,
It's not that serious, maybe.
It could be.
It could be.
It could be.
Depending on.
You know what I'm saying? But it may not be necessarily. And I guess at the end of the day, you kind of just have to figure out within yourself, is this something worth creating an issue about or bringing up, maybe not. I would just say that that's up to you. But we've had our own fair share of spats about differences in parenting styles and who should be allowed to do what, plenty of times. I guess it just, for me personally, as a dad, is the more strict one in the family. I've just come to the conclusion, like, there's certain things that I personally won't allow. And, if my children want to engage in those things, it's not happening. And, if Mina, on the other hand, decides that it's okay with her, I imagine she's not going to just completely and totally just disregard what I feel on the matter. But if she feels equally as strongly on the matter in the opposite direction, then we reached an impasse. But there's only so much that I can do with that. And, hopefully it's not an issue that causes static between us. But sometimes it has, and it can. I'm not going to say that there's an easy answer for you, or this is a, be all to end all answer, but you guys may have static sometimes over that. This occupational hazard of being in a blended family.
Yeah, but just don't let it get the best of you if you do, because still the main priority in a relationship, no matter how big your family is your significant other and the respect that you have for that person. So don't let what's going on the outside, even if it's the children, affect the inside so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I said, big issues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you have issues, different values and whatnot, I understand you guys have to kind of sit down and have a serious discussion about that. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to say, in general, little things may differ here and there. I would say that's the case in a nuclear family also. But especially in a blended family, you guys are going to differ on certain things. And if you guys can at least come to common ground on big stuff, on values, it's going to make your life a lot easier.
Yep.
So, long-winded answer, but I hope that helped, Jacob.
Okay, next question. Bethany asks, I've been watching your show.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I've been thinking about starting my own YouTube channel. Probably nothing as fun as this show. It would be about different types of rocks and minerals. That might be fun. I know it's kind of boring, but it's what I like. My problem is that I get shy on camera, even though I know there isn't a live audience. The two of you seem to be pretty confident on camera. Have you always been that way? Any tips on how I can become more confident on camera? You can answer first, babe.
Man, I wish I could, I guess I could give you some tips as far as being more confident on camera. Some people have a lot of fear being in front of audiences. Others, myself included, do not really. I can be in front of a massive audience and speak to the audience and not be afraid. So I've never really had fear of being in front of people and speaking. So being on camera like this is easy. There's no audience behind the camera right now. So this is just something that I find fairly easy. But as far as becoming more confident, I would venture to say becoming more confident with anything just takes practice. I will say that in spite of being confident on camera always, I wasn't necessarily confident about starting a YouTube channel, because while I'm confident about speaking, that confidence is also predicated on me knowing what I'm talking about. So if I don't know what I'm talking about, I probably won't be as confident on camera. So, provided that I, at least had subject matter that I could talk about and I felt that I knew a little something about, and, I was confident about. But Mina could actually probably shed more light on that, because I don't think you were quite as initially as confident on camera as me. Maybe not. I don't know.
No, I mean, I think it just takes practice, like you said, and watching yourself, trial and error, seeing what you want to change while you're growing on your YouTube channel. Everything's not going to be perfect at the very beginning, but you can learn to be better. And confidence just comes from within, knowing what you're talking about, feeling good about what you're talking about, being passionate about what you're talking about, and wanting to help people while you're doing it.
Yeah, piggybacking on what she says, it may not be as good at first, it may not be perfect at first, Go back and watch some of our old Garage Talk shows.
Mhm.
I mean, the subject matter was pretty good, but it's just raw. We're sitting on the couch in the garage, and the editing is just as we've progressed and we've gotten better with stuff and would transition into the FitLove Show and just done more stuff with that. If you just go back and look at the styles between the two, they've certainly gotten better. So that's just what it is. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at this stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't really, there's no magic bullet. I really couldn't even explain it any better than that. You just have to
practice makes perfect.
You have to do it more.
And just be confident within yourself. Somebody out there wants to see you, and somebody out there wants to hear about what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some rocks and minerals folks out there that,
I mean, I love minerals. Well, I love crystals and stuff like that, but those are like rocks and minerals. Yeah. So I do have interest in that, actually.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people that do. So good luck on that one.
Yeah, so do your YouTube channel, Bethany. You will have a subscriber. She's interested.
Yeah, and first step, don't call it boring. You're already setting yourself up for failure. It's not boring. Okay.
In fact, quite the opposite. It seems like you have a very specific niche.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The more specific the niche, the more successful you can become because you're targeting a very specific audience. So no, not boring at all. It's maybe like more information.
Well, good luck. Yeah. I'll be watching. He'll be sleeping. Just kidding.
All right, Bethany. Okay, last question. Alex asks, do you have any specific fitness goals? And if so, what are they? Also, I never hear you talk about cardio. You do cardio. You want to answer that first?
I will answer first. My fitness goals. I think I have a really great body and I'm completely satisfied with myself, but I want all the time abs. I want to be chiseled, okay? I love muscle. I love how I look in the mirror, being muscular. I feel good about myself. So my goal is to have all the time abs. I'd like to cut out the sugars a little more. Okay, we don't drink or anything anymore, but I eat a lot of cookies and ice cream.
How you have all the time abs with cookies and ice cream?
Exactly, especially later at night. It's okay, babe. It's because you're hot. It's because I'm hot. But my fitness goal is to have all the time abs. And I don't want them to go anywhere. I just want people to look at me and be like, damn, is that Wonder Woman? And then regarding cardio, I actually try to do like 5 miles a day. Cardio makes me extremely happy for some reason. I'm not running around. I'm not like hurting my knees. Just the fact that I'm getting my heart pumping. And I don't know, it just makes me feel so good. So yes, I try to get my steps in, and I do cardio.
You do cardio.
I do cardio. And that's the Pacific thing that I'm doing.
She's specifically doing cardio. But what specifically exercises are you doing on cardio? What specifically?
Well, I'm walking around, or I'm walking in the hills at the aqueduct, or I am on the elliptical, getting it in. Yeah. What about you, babe? Do you have any fitness goals?
Fitness, yeah. I do my cardio in other ways. Different. Well, it's not entirely unconventional. Pretty conventional, actually. But yeah, other ways. But
so it's okay, that cardio.
Anyway, but no, I'm just teasing. But
no, he's not teasing. He's not teasing. That is when he does his cardio.
No, honestly, I mean, I mainly lift, but I do cut out a lot of stuff. My main vice is my coffee. I get up, I have my coffee, and I work nights right now, so it's kind of like having my morning coffee, but at night. But I always have like 2 cups of coffee, and I'll doctor them up with the creamer and everything like that. And so that's kind of my guilty pleasure. But I've really cut out a lot of the sweets. I still like sweets. I have a sweet tooth. I'll eat stuff like that, but I really kind of keep it under control now. I don't eat a lot of stuff like that. She said, I rarely drink. But try to drink plenty of water. I mean, I don't deprive myself of anything. I just keep everything under control, and I try to eat regularly throughout the day, so I'm not going long periods of time without eating. But as far as fitness goals go, I mean, I would venture to say just to kind of maintain. I like kind of where I am right now. I kind of do have all the time abs right now, but they can get better. They can get, the area can get even a little leaner and I can see them more, but I'm at a point now where actually I see them a lot now. So really you just kind of do what you do to get to this point all the time, and then you'll stay that way all the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's not rocket science. A lot of people think, oh, you know, just get there. You can't stay that way forever. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. I mean, if you just maintain and you eat right and you take care of your body, unless you come down with some sort of medical condition or ailment or something like that, you can stay that way all the time. We know people in their 80s who are just ripped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
discipline and consistency.
Yeah.
That's all you really need.
Yeah. So you can do it, but yeah, I don't really do the cardio stuff at the gym and on the elliptical. I've done it before, but it's not my favorite thing. It's a little boring. I like to get in, get my lift on, and get out. You just kind of got me going into the steam room and sauna now, which we had a show on that, and I told you guys I recognize the benefits of the steam room and sauna.
And that was the last time he's been in there, by the way.
Yeah.
So,
but that was just like a couple shows ago, so it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, but I've been in there probably 9 times since then, if not more.
Listen, I work long hours. I don't have time to go in the steam room and sauna. It's hot enough in this uniform.
We like different things, obviously, but I love to lift as well.
Yeah.
But I'll even go back to the gym a second time so I can get my cardio in.
Yeah.
In the steam room and sauna.
Yeah.
So dedication, consistency.
One of these days I'll have time for 2 workouts a day, 2 gym visits a day. So, but for now, it's just my one. And but yeah, I hope that answers your question, Alex. Feel free to tell us or drop a comment. Tell us what your fitness goals are, and we can help you out in any way, or you can school us in some kind of way. There's no ego going on here. So, hey, anyway, hope that helps. Well, FitLovers, that's our show for today. We thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
If you guys have any questions that you'd like to ask, feel free to drop them in the comments section below this video, or you can send us a DM. Maybe we'll use your question in our next show. Until then, FitLovers, don't forget to click the link below in the description box below this video for your chance to win 7 days in Vegas on us. And please be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, FitLove 101. Remember, you got to do both, subscribe and fill out the form to be eligible. And share this video and be sure to turn your notifications on so you'll be notified first when new episodes are released.
Yep.
Thanks again, FitLovers.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Bye.